What? Wait, what? What the fuck? What were you teaching her? Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be continuing Frieren episodes 11 and 12. We are getting through this pretty fast. We're trying to catch up to season 2. We should be caught up by season 2's start, which is like mid-January. So if you haven't subscribed yet, we're doing this a couple times a week, 4 episodes a week or so. So really fast compared to how I normally do it. So definitely subscribe if you haven't now. Make sure smash that like button, hit that notification bell. If you want to watch this way early and uncut and a bunch of exclusive shows, check out my Patreon. That Patreon link is down below. And let's go ahead and start. The last 2 episodes were insane. So kind of an end of a arc here. That fight was so good. Ah, so they're getting to see the aftermath. Well, you would assume so. You would think he would pardon you after all this. Now you could probably properly bury them all. Yep. I don't. They all did really good. That is good. Oh, okay, yeah, his son. Yep. Yeah. Ah. So she learned from that. That's, yeah, it's tradition. And that's how they've always had it. Oh shit. What the fuck? That would have been horrible timing. I mean, it's bad timing regardless. Oh. I mean, that guy with the axe showed up at the perfect time. I'd be scared too. Well, we know that what taking your time is for Frieren is completely different. So let's do the normal take your time. Like a day or two. What the fuck? You know, a day or two. Not a couple years. Insert song. Now that I think about it, like Frieren really, oh my god, the dude with the axe. I'm gonna pause. I was gonna talk on that, but like honestly, I feel like Frieren has learned. I mean, we've seen that. Obviously, she's for lack of a word, she's maturing, which sounds weird with how old she is, but because she's that old, I think it's why it's taking like longer, because the range of like time is just different when you live that long. She's learned from her previous experiences. If you went back and thought of like this exact fight and this exact thing, but you bring it back 50, however long, how many years it was or whatever or more, it wouldn't have gone like this. And she wouldn't have been able to have the emotion she had. She definitely didn't like make sure that her party members, like her group was, the way she like made sure and cared for them and was like, said, I was proud. She's just more mature. She's like the more like Himmel seemed to be like I don't know about the most mature, but he was like the leader, the guy that like did everything. She kind of fills that role here and is filling it pretty nicely. We're seeing her in real time, mature. Really, this anime really is good at showing that though. Like we still have so many episodes in a season 2. I'm wondering how much more stuff is she gonna go through. Frieren is just one of the more interesting characters I've seen in an anime in a while. It's just a different perspective and it's refreshing.
グラナト教。お前は魔王城のある大陸最北端のエンデを目指しているそうだな。だが、今北部高原の情勢がだいぶ悪いようでな。人の往来が制限されている。冒険者の場合でも一級魔法使いの同行が必要だそうだ。なら。Yeah, I was gonna say, Frieren should be that, so... Or does she not classify as that? I'm going to assume she doesn't have that for whatever reason. Oh, shit. I mean, she was doing her own thing for so long, she didn't even think about that. Well, it's a lot for most people. Well, everybody else.
あまり詳しくはないのですが、確か北側諸国でも一級試験が受けられる場所がありましたよね。
Well, perfect.
北側諸国最大の魔法都市、オイサーストだな。シュベア山脈を越えたずっと先だ。街道沿いに進めばいいが、長い道のりになる。
Well, everything is kind of a long journey. The whole journey is long. At least it's an enjoyable journey.
そろそろ冬ですね。ここら辺の冬は厳しいから気をつけてね。舐めていると死ぬよ。そんなに危ないんですか？知らないの？魔王軍との戦いで最も多くの人を殺したのは北側諸国の冬だよ。
Oh, well, yeah, bad weather, I guess, would, treacherous weather, deadly weather, and when I think of that, the cold, the snow, always goes to the top of my list, but also, I'm not good with cold, so. Okay, so in the deck region, same year. What? He's dreaming about food. How are you? Oh, shit, just right over the shoulder.
なんでこの人こんな
He's got an axe. He has a literal axe.
置いていっていいですか？
That could be part of it.
ふもとまで行けば避難小屋があるはず。それ80年前の知識ですよね。まだ定期的に管理されているみたいだね。なんだか人の気配がしますね。先客がいるのでしょうか。とにかく入るよ。このままじゃ氷漬けになっちゃう。
Oh damn. Oh. He's doing the thing. For some reason I'm thinking Cloud from Final Fantasy VII.
お邪魔します。
This is how we do our training. Soldier.
フリーレン様、ここはダメでございます。他を探しましょう。なんで？中に変態がいるからです。
There's a pervert inside. It's got to be extremely rare. Like elf, middle of the winter. Like holy shit.
私もだよ。
ジョーちゃんも費用ありがとうな。
いえ。
魔法使いと会えたのは幸運だった。女神様の導きだな。シベア山脈を越えてきたんだが、この吹雪で火種を失ってしまってな。
I wonder how many elves in total there are left in the world.
命をつないでいたんだ。
なるほど。よくわからないんですけど。
文句のクラフトだ。
魔法使いフリーレン。同じく魔法使いのフェルンです。こちらは戦士のシュタルク様。フリーレン様。シュタルク様の体温が。
Now, when I think about they say their classes right there, right? And I think like, you know, warrior, mage. You got, you know, mages and warrior, and then he says monk, and I think like if you thought about party wise, and you know, Frieren originally had a 4-person party. Does anyone else think they're missing somebody? Like a 4th person? Are they ever going to get I assumed that in the beginning, but we're already 11 episodes in and we haven't like met a 4th member. So maybe it'll either come down the line or it'll just never happen. And it's just them 3. Or like I was thinking, I'm like, just off of like the class, a monk would make sense in this party. It would actually be kind of helpful. It matters what kind of monk. When I think of monk though, combat / like healing. And like, I mean, a monk can be played many different ways, and it matters, you know, the circumstance, game, movie, show, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, matters the lore. But I think if I thought about it traditionally, it would be really good in this party. I'd love to know your thoughts, though. Oh, is this what he's dreaming about? No. Where's the food? It's just up over there with the thumbs up. Master approves. Wait, what's going on here? Okay, he's probably gonna freak out. How did I get in this bed? Who's this buff elf dude? That's what was going on.
シュタルク様。
いや、そういう意味じゃなくて。よく鍛え上げられたいい体だ。あんた、とんでもなく強いだろう。おっさん、名前は？
文句のクラフト。2人は食料を運ぶのを手伝ってくれ。近くに俺の荷車と積み荷がある。
Man. I wonder how he got there, though. Like, an elf landing in the middle of nowhere in the winter like that.
量は十分にありますね。このままシュベア山脈を越えるのは自殺行為だし、ここでしばらくは足止めかな。
俺もお前のことなんてこれっぽっちも知らん。
勇者様ご一行の魔法使いですよ。
その前は？
He's gotta have lived a long time too. So yeah, so he's seen a lot of, so he just assumes you've done a lot of things. It's also interesting to see another elf like interact, because we only have one personality, one person to base this entire like race and group, and it's Like, I didn't even think it was possible. It could be, well, I thought it was possible, but like, who knew if we were going to see another elf? So it's just interesting to see another one and how they act and how. I'm curious about his past, I guess. Is somebody living that long? Yeah, I mean, you can do a lot of things in hundreds and hundreds and, you know, long time.
こいつをフェルンに渡してやってくれ。あの子は信仰心の熱いいい子だ。僧侶に育てられた影響だろうな。女神様への感謝を忘れていない。
Ah,
クラフト
probably
は
likes
どう
that.
して女神様を信じているの？
フリーレンは信じていないんだな。
天地創造の女神様は神話の時代を除いて、この世界の長い歴史の中で実際に姿を現したことは一度もない。
若いな。俺も昔はそうだった。
That's crazy for someone to say you're young. Frieren.
信じている。やつはみんな
Ah.
死に絶えた。だから俺は死んだら天国で女神様に褒めてもらうんだ。よく頑張った、クラフト。
So he's probably much older than Frieren.
わかるだろう、フリーレン。自分の生きてきた奇跡が誰にも覚えられちゃいないってのはあまりにも酷だ。長い人生を歩んでここにいるんだぜ。
クラフト、それはただの私たちの願望だ。
See, it's actually, this is a really good meeting because, yeah, I mean, Frieren got told this by Himmel, got told this by got told this by everybody, really, that she's interacted with, that she needed to, you know, remember people, but enjoy life and, you know, make time count and a lot of different things, right? And she's been getting, obviously, this journey, she's been getting better with it. And it feels like, from what I've been able to tell, not much time, I don't know, not much time has passed, at least in the last few episodes compared to the beginning. So I would see that as a good sign that, and Frieren has done so much in that time, it seems like she's, I don't know, paying attention more to like what's happening and like, or at least like soaking it in and getting to know, you know, like caring about people and stuff. So maybe that's kind of slowing down time a bit for her as well. Cause I know like I mean, just if I thought about just realistic, whenever I'm doing something very, I don't know, something important, and I'm really paying attention to something hardcore or something that would like really, really matters, right? Like time can slow down and I can really focus on that. And that like, I end up remembering it later way more than if I'm just casually doing something. Sometimes it doesn't even stay in the memory. And I'm like, when did I do that? That was like 8 months ago. So in this case, it's good for her to slow down. But my original point was having this experience with him is a very good thing because him and hers being an elf and everything, like this is not something she could have gotten from anybody else. Something that she's still going through and how long her life is. She actually has somebody that's similar to her and that can actually relate to a bigger degree than anybody else could that she's met. So I think this feels like a very underrated moment. Like in a sense, like if I really think about it, it seems like this is a very good experience compared to a lot of things here with her meeting another elf.
まあいい。お前の身の上を話せ。俺も話す。お前が信じないっていうのなら、女神様の代わりに俺がお前を褒めてやる。
He seems like such a like good guy.
意外ですか?
I mean, nice too, but.
まさかハイターがこの村の孤児院の復興資金を出すなんてね。
正直ですね。私も孤児でしたから。
ああ。
きっと女神様も清く正しく生きた私を褒めてくださることでしょう。
酒を飲みながら何を言ってるんだこの生臭坊主は。
I mean, he stopped drinking and got a lot better later in life, but was still good here too in his own way.
だらだらと生きてきただけだよ。褒められるようなことなんて何もない。
常に魔力を制限しているのに。それは血の滲むような努力の賜物に見えますが、それこそ人生をかけたような。
気がついていたの。
何年一緒に旅をしていると思っているんですか？
Oh, so is this like near the end of their journey?
構いませんよ。それに工学のためにもなります。
なんで？
もしかしたら私の子供は魔法使いになる。
I mean, it's not his kid, but he adopted her, and it's the closest thing she has to. That's what she remembers him by, is a parent, somebody that's very important to her, most important person.
いい友人を持ったな、フリーレン。大事にしろ。
She
その人はもう今は天国にいるよ。
ならいずれ会えるな。
そうだね。
Well, that's what she's trying to do in a different way.
俺はこっちだ。フリーレン。根性の別れとは思わん。何百年後かに。
A few centuries. How I wonder how or why he's so sure. I mean, I guess if you live that long, you would think you're bound to run into each other again. That was such a good, like, we had like 4 back-to-back like bangers, like amazing episodes with a crazy conclusion, right? This episode, to me, I think maybe it's more of it's just a lot of new things that we got on this episode. But like when I think of character development, I feel like this feels like a very big I don't know, like it feels like a big stopping point and a bit like a big one that will help Frieren even like get even better. Running into an elf, you've never seen another elf, right? Like she hasn't ran into another elf. She thought maybe they were all dead at this point. So running into one is big. 2, like he was older than her, more mature, gave her like some great advice, and it was just like, I don't know, it just felt like a very big building block for Frieren, meeting somebody like that. And I think it's going to be, continue, and obviously her reminiscing and thinking about her past the more past we get and stuff, the more experience she gets to remember her friends. I think that's helping her mature and like really help appreciate everything. But I don't know, I really liked this episode in general. Like this very specific episode I just thought was like good in its own way. But I'm kind of like a sucker for good character development. Even like this is nice, like character development and world building I fucking love when it's done right, and it's felt like nice and slow, but not slow in a bad way. Like I feel like we're building up to something big, and that is the best type of feeling. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one. All right, 29 years after the death of Himmel, the hero. And so I wonder how long were they there? A couple months with him then? It does seem like they'd probably 2 elves. They could be there for a minute, maybe, or maybe it just passed into a year. Oh.
寝てしまいました。
仕方ない。俺が背負うよ。
けどシュタルク様、斧が。
ああ。けどほら、手は空いてるし。
Just keep her right there to make sure, axe is in the back. She's like, I don't know about this.
私が背負います。
なんで？
なんでもです。
結局王様はどうか10枚しかくれなかった。
That seems like a rip.
ケチだよね。
無理もありませんよ。今まで多くの勇者が旅立ち、魔王の討伐に失敗してきたのですから。
まあ地道に討伐依頼をこなしてロギンを稼ぐのもいいじゃないか。冒険らしい。
そうですね。
ねえ、その剣、勇者の剣だ。
レプリカですよ。
Replica.
昔村に来た行商人を魔物から助けた時にお礼でもらったものだ。
Can you fight with that thing? Really?
それが勇者になったきっかけ？
いいや、村の孤児院にハイターってムカつくやつがいてね。偽物の剣しか持っていないから偽物の勇者にしかなれない。
Ah, so they go even further back.
本物の勇者の剣を手に入れて魔王を打ち倒す。しかし時の流れは残酷だな。
As we've seen.
そんなことを言っていたハイターは今や酒ばかり飲んでいる偽物のソウルだ。
本物ですよ。
Being able to remember those memories,
フリーレン様、ようやく
I think is really helping.
こ の光景既視感がある。まだ夢の中だね。
だといいんだけどな。
Huh.
山の天気を甘く見すぎた。このまま北に進んで目的地の集落。
Maybe the weather wasn't like that, but what we saw right there is
フリーレン様、自力で
the same area.
無理。そうですか。いい匂い。
さすがに運びっぱなしで疲れただろう。フェレン、
The face he puts on is so funny to me. I mean, hers too.
エッチ。
What? Is that what she's thinking?
なんでだよ。
I feel like a lot of the time, like, the one calling everybody a perv is usually a bigger perv.
お待ちしておりました。
Sometimes.
フリーレン様。君が今の佐藤さん、若いね。はい、49代目
What
です。
the hell?
優秀なもので。ようこそ、剣の里へ。里の外に壊れた小屋があったね。昔使われていた狩猟小屋ですね。山の主の仕業です。主、この山にそんなのいたっけ？
ここが剣の里か。
知っているのですか、シュタルク様。
The hero sword?
守っていた里だ。
Hmm.
この里の近くの聖域には女神様が授けたとされる勇者の剣が刺さっていた。
But didn't Himmel get the sword?
確か言い伝えがあって。
勇者の剣を引き抜けるのは
So did he put it back at some point then?
大いなる災いを打ち払う勇者のみ。
それだ。
その剣を引き抜いたのがヒンメル様なのですね。
そうだぜ。結構有名な話のはずだけど聞いたことないのかよ。
いえ、ハイター様からは何も。リーレン様、半世紀後にまた来てもらう約束だったのに、温厚な私でもさすがにブチ切れですよ。
Oh, she took longer than she was supposed to.
先代のおばあ様の遺言です。私は80年後でも大丈夫だと。
Yeah, 80 years, yeah.
勇者の剣を代々守ってきたこの里の連中なら自衛くらい余裕でできるでしょ。確かにそうですけれども、ちゃんとお役目を果たしてもらわないと。お役目って何ですか？
Yeah, what is that?
魔物退治だよ。この里の周辺には定期的に。
Oh. Man, all this is really timed well. It's like all these places that they saved in the past or whatever. It's like perfectly timed to help with the whatever issues they're having now. As we've seen in the last like 12 episodes.
里が近いってのに魔物だらけだな。
こんな状況なのにどうして他の冒険者に討伐依頼を出さなかったのですか？出したいのは山々だったのですが、ヒンメルは英雄だからね。
しかし本当に魔物が多いな。
Huh.
あの洞窟の前に集まっているな。
Damn. That'll clear it.
フリーレン、これって。
Oh shit. There's the boss. Yep. There is the boss.
主です。なるほど。私が知らないわけだ。新顔だね。
Well, this long,
80年で主。
someone, you know, things could evolve and stuff.
シュタルク、まだ動けるでしょ。
Oh fuck. She didn't even move, but she knew Stark would be able to do that. Holy shit. Well, clearing the big bad never looked so easy.
あれは勇者の剣だ。
So he must have came and put it
魔
back.
物が集まっていたのはこいつのせいだよ。聖域は強力な結界で入れないのに、魔物はそれを破壊する衝動を抑えられない。よっぽど勇者の剣が怖いんだろうね。
そういうことじゃなくて。
そうだね。ヒンメルはこの剣を抜けなかった。
What? Really?
の勇者も本物ではありませんでしたか？
僕は魔王を倒して
That means he did it his own way. That's a real hero. You still did it.
そしてヒンメルは成し遂げたんだ。あんな剣がなくたって世界を救ってみせた。本物の勇者だよ。
Damn.
ではなぜその事実を隠しているのですか?
Imo was kind of a badass. I mean, we're learning a little more and more about him.
英雄というのはどうしても後世の連中が勝手に美化していく。原型すらなくなって。
Ah, and they make, yeah, it becomes something completely different. Will he end up pulling? Oh, who's that? Maybe he had a brother? Kind of looks like him. A brother or something? Maybe he saw as a hero, or I don't know. I mean, how long was he in? An older brother? Possibly. It does feel kind of set up to maybe have him pull the sword. It would be interesting for him to use a sword instead of an axe.
じゃあまた半世紀後に。
Maybe not. Maybe it'll just be, you know, it's kind of stopped now. Maybe not.
じゃあ宿に荷物置いたら夜まで自由行動ね。
久々の街だな。羽を伸ばせるぜ。
あ、そうだ。今日はシュタルクの18歳の誕生日だから。
Oh.
なんでそういうこと事前に教えてくれない？
How did you not? You guys have been on a journey for at least a minute, right?
この街で何か買えばいいじゃん。シュタルク様の欲しいものが。
Wouldn't you know his birthday?
フェルンは爪が甘いね。フリーレン様のせいなんですけど。
Oh shit, she seems excited. Really? What?
服だけ溶かす薬。
Wait, what?
男ってのはね、こういうの渡しておけば喜ぶんだよ。
What the fuck? What were you teaching her?
何？フェルンも興味ある？
Oh my fucking god.
返品しろって言いましたよね。
How dirty was her master? I mean,
貴重だったのに。
she actually kind of came off as a freak, so it may be. I was not expecting that. Man.
ああ。これがあったか。やっぱ直接探りを入れるしかないか。絶対バレるだろうけど。
斧を背負った戦士様かい？荷車を押すのを手伝ってくれてね。確か広場の方へ向かって行ったよ。
ついさっきまで俺たちと遊んでたぜ。
Oh.
木から降りれなくなっていたところを助けてもらったんです。
How did he do all those things in such a short amount of time? He's got like a laundry list of like fetch quests and shit. Well, you knocked out all your dailies. Good job. It does!
マジかよ。あっちはうんこだ。後でフェルンに教えてやろう。
What, about the boobs?
困るよ。シュタルク様。
フェルン、ちょうどいいところにあの雲さ。
The first thing you say.
すみません。なんでもないです。
少し歩きませんか？
はい。ねえ、なんで怒ってんの？俺なんかした？
どう切り出そうかな。シュタルク様、何か欲しいものとかありますか？
なんで？
今日がシュタルク様の誕生日だからです。
そうだっけ？それと欲しいものに何の関係があるんだ？
I thought he forgot for a second.
シュタルク様の誕生日プレゼントです。
Oh, he's definitely not used to getting birthday presents.
やっぱりなんかムカつくからあげない。
あ、いや、ふざけていたわけじゃなくて。 俺誕生日にプレゼントとかもらったことがないんだ。あ、死んだ故郷の家族からも師匠からももらったこと、単に俺が大事にされていない。
Oh, that's hard to hear.
俺の故郷は戦士の村でさ、弱いやつの居場所なんかなかった。
魔物相手に何たるざまだ。シュトルツを見習え。怪我どころ。ajrich一つ、泥一つさえ跳ねていない。
So that was the guy we saw from that quick flashback.
一つない白いマントはこの村最強の戦士の証。シュトルツはこの村の誇りだ。
当然だ親父。
それに比べてシュタルク、あいつは失敗作だ。毎日あれだけ修行しているというのに。
具体に稽古をつけてくる。
Okay, I assumed that was like a brother for sure.
時間の無駄だ。
Okay.
シュタルク。
So that's his older brother. Oh. I wonder if something happened to him? Did he die? Or...
いい集中力だ。
He seems nice.
と強くなる。でも少し構えが悪いな。
Oh yeah, he seemed like a good brother.
兄貴だけは違ったかもな。俺は故郷が魔族に襲われた時、そんな兄貴も見捨てて逃げちまった。家族から祝ってもらえなくて当然かもな。俺は逃げてばかりの失敗作だ。ヒューメルだったらきっと逃げなかった。
シュタルク様、プレゼントを選び。
So does he not know what happened to them? Like he ran and he just never found out?
私の見てきた戦士シュタルクは一度たりとも逃げ出していません。
この先逃げるかもしれねえぞ。
私たちが逃がしません。
I think he's in the right place where he's supposed to be with and the people he's supposed to be with.
じゃあこれにしようかな。
それは高いからダメ。
Oh. Was he trying to hold her hand, possibly?
遅かったね。フリーレン様、何ですかこのバカみたいにでかいハンバーグは。
何言ってんだよ。誕生日と言ったらこれだろ。師匠もプレゼントはくれなかったけど、誕生日のハンバーグだけは作ってくれたな。
どういうことですか？シュタルク、アイゼンから聞いてないの？
何が？
戦士ってのは不器用だね。フリーレン様がそれを言うんです。
Coming for Frieren.
私も不器用だからわかる。そういえば誰かの誕生日のたびにバカみたいにでかいハンバーグを作っている。
So he did celebrate birthdays.
俺の地方の風習でな。精一杯頑張った戦士をねぎらう。
Oh, so maybe he did give him gifts and it was
こ
that.
れからの誕生日プレゼントみたい
That was his birthday present to
で
him.
もアイゼン、僕たちは戦士じゃないぞ。
頑張った者は皆戦士だ。
そうなの？
どうでしょうね。
精一杯頑張った戦士。
兄貴、何作ってんだ？
ハンバーグ。誕生日だろ。
And he did the same thing. Okay.
親父たちには内緒だぜ。
And that was his birthday present from him.
お前は生きるんだ。
Now, that's a caring brother. I hope he didn't die. Maybe I feel like he's gonna eventually go back to that village or something.
アイゼンからレシピをもらったんだよね。どう？美味しい？
He's probably gonna have that every birthday now. Oh my god.
これ。まだ少し残ってる。
Why?
ますよ、フリーレン様。
あ？何それ？
シュタルク様には関係
Can I have some of that?
貴重な薬だよ。
え、どういう？
エッチ。
え、なんで？いや、だからなんでだって。
Yeah, I really do hope that they eventually go to that village because at least from what I noticed, it seemed to purposely not say that the brother died or that the people died. From what I could tell, it seemed more like he ran away and doesn't know the fate of them, or maybe I don't know. Like it just seems like it was more in the, you know, in the open of them possibly being. I feel like I'm leaning more towards that they're alive and that he'll go back to the village at some point and have a reunion of some kind. because it feels like, one, a really good character development possibility, like just a character moment in general for that. It just seems set up for it. When I think about good writing, I would think that would be smart. But and then on top, I mean, the show is fucking full of good writing. Like, honestly, I don't have much critique when it comes to how everything is planned out so far, because like I love this pacing. I remember when I had this show suggested, I had somebody say that this show was slow in the beginning, and I haven't felt that way. Like, it hasn't felt slow to me even in the beginning. Like, it's a slow-paced show, but it feels like it's supposed to be, so it doesn't feel slow. Does that make sense to anybody? But anyway, if you're new, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. All that stuff helps. You'll know when these shows come out, and it just helps get like you guys to see this immediately. The more you click it in the beginning, the more it gets seen, and I'd love to have this reaction series get seen by as many people as possible, so I'd appreciate that. You can also check out the Patreon if you want to see the uncut, much longer, unfiltered version of this, and watch a few episodes ahead and early and exclusive shows. That link is down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.